Hello, everybody. My name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live here in the city of Memphis, state of Tennessee, in the county of Shelby. And today's date is early Sunday morning, September 28th, 2014. Time 3:10 a.m. And on today's video, yesterday's date, which will be Saturday, September 27th, 2014. I want to first say thank you to all my fans, my supporters, for your continued encouragement and support. I always keep my fans informed that I'll continue to be employed at a business right here in the city of Memphis, in the state of Tennessee, right here in the county of Shelby, in Amerify, right there at the corner of Walnut Street and Vance Avenue, and I'll continue to further my education at Monroe College, Monroe College Online, and I'll continue to pursue an associate's degree in business administration with a concentration in marketing. And like I said, I want to thank all my fans, my supporters. I'm continuing to work on my entertainment, my music interest. And as I've already said, before the end of October, I will be presenting to my fans, my supporters, my musical project, my entertainment projects be coming also. And I always keep my fans informed of my status and everything. As you know, I've always said I never did like that street gang out there in Los Angeles, California. What they call themselves, the Blood Street Gang and the Crip Street Gang. And, you don't need to be trying to claim something that you're not even authentic or genuine about. You just a copycat imitators of the original. And that's why I continue to the protest against the Blood Street Gang, the Crip Street Gang. And I'm in the process of affiliating myself with the trappers in Chicago, Illinois, in the city of Chicago, state of Illinois, and in the county of Cook. And information that I'm speaking about can be looked at www.nvskmt.com and also at www.chiraqui.com. That's CHIRAQI.com. That's the Novus Comedicus or Disabilistic Man and the New Comedic Society and Trapenistic people in the sovereign nation of Cherokee. So that's in Chicago, the city of Chicago, state of Illinois, in the Cook County. I'm in the process of registering with the trap agency. And I'm gonna get back to that. But what I want to get into right now is into African traditional religion and West African traditional religion. And we always acknowledge the people that we're speaking about. And I know the Afro-Asiatic peoples being the Berber, the Chadic, the Cushitic, the Egyptian, the Omatic, and the Semitic. Those are your Afro-Asiatic. And when you deal with your when you classify your Berber, you have your Berber, Shilkit, Cabal, Atlas, Tamezite, Rifian, and Shawi and Tuareg. Those are your Berbers. That's the Afro-Asian, one of the Afro-Asiatic groups. Then you have your Omotic branch of the Afro-Asiatic, and then the Omotic being the North and the South Omotic branches. Then you have your Mao, Bambashi, West Mao, Ozo, Cz, Ganzi, Dazor, DZ, Shiko, Nayu. Then you have your Gunge, Gamojan, uh, Gunge, Kifo, Oro, and Philo, Kafa, Shikacho, then Gamojan, Yimse, Omite, Emire, Benje, Kore. Those are your Omotic branch of the Afro-Asian. Then you have your Chadic branch of the Afro-Asian. Then you have your West Chadic, which is your A, Hase, Ron, Boli, Angos. And then you have your B, the Badi, Waji, and Zoa languages. Then you have your Central Chadic, which is Biyu Madare. And then it's the A, the Bure, Kanwi, Bate. And then your B, your Budume, your Musgu language, and your Gida. Then your East Chadic is Tunak, Nansiri, and Kire. And then your B, Angaliet, Mukulu, and Socorro. Those your Chadic and Maysay. That's the Chadic group, the Afro-Asiatic. Then you have your Kushite group. Then you have your the Bay of North Kushite, Central Kushite, Highland East Kushite, Lowland East Kushite, Dule, and South Kushite. It's your Afro-Asiatic. Then you have your Semitic Afro-Asiatic language. And then you know your Semitic language being your Arabic and all their dialects, Amharic and all their language dialects, your Hebrew, all their language dialects, Tigrinya, all their languages and dialects, and your Aramaic and all their languages and dialects. That's your Afro-Asiatic Semitic. Then your Afro-Asiatic, your Egyptian. Then it's Archaic Egyptian, Old Egyptian, Middle Egyptian, Late Egyptian, Demotic Egyptian, and Coptic Egyptian. Those are Afro-Asiatic groups. Then you have your Nilo-Saharan groups. And your Nilo-Saharan group being your Luo, Kanuri, Songhai, Tiso, Nubi, Lubare, Kalenjin. And then you have your Lango, the Dinka, Acholi, Asai, Gambe, Lua, Fur, Tugu, and then Tugu and dialect, Kazage and Tidage. And those are your Nilo-Saharan groups of people. Then you have your Niger Congo. And your Niger Congo being your Kordofanian, Mandi or Mindi, also include Bambare, and Samiki, then you have Ijo Dipake, your Dogon, your Atlantic, which is your Molo, and then your Fule, and also your Crew, then your BT and Yamway and D-Day, which is Nufu, which is Sinari and Subiri, and then you have your Gur, which is your Mori, and your Adamawe, which is your Chambe, your Bunji, which is your Sango, your Quay, which is your Can, your Porta Niger, which is your West Benue Congo, then your GB line, which is your Iwi, and then you have your Yoruba and Igbo. Then you have your East Benue Congo, which is your Bantu family, like Swahili, Fang, Congo, Zulu, and all your other dialects, languages. Follow up on the Bantu. Then you have your all the languages I just from Niger, Congo, A and B. Then you have your Khoi Sans. And many of your Khoi Sans are either extinct or moribund. Your Khoi Sans is your click consonant language. You know, there's two groups of people, your Khoi people and your Sans people, Khoi Sans. You know, their languages and dialects. My pronunciation of Khoi Sans usually not that good, so. And then other Afro-Asians, Malagasy, which is your Austronesian. And Austronesia being your Malagasy language, and then your Malagasy being a Polynesian. That's where your Filipino people, Malaysian people, Indonesian people, they migrated from that region of the world and ended up over in Madagascar. And those are your languages of African traditional religion, West African traditional religion. And my book collection is steady growing. But right now I want to refer back to Dr. Joseph Omaseni Ewalelu's book. Sin and its removal in African traditional religion. They're saying that and also Dr. Omaseni Ewalelu has a PhD at Ibadan University. He's the acting head of the Department of Religious Studies at the University of Ibadan. What I want to refer to is, like I said, his book is in the Journal of the American Academy of Religion. That's why when I bought this book, that's where it's in. Sin and its removal in African traditional religion. It says here, Okay, it says here in the other part, it says where it says basis for postulating sin in African traditional religion. He says that that we indicated in the introduction to this paper that Africans believe that this is God's word, that He has brought into being divinities and spirits, as well as the ancestral spirit for the ordered government of the universe. It said God and His functionaries are interested in the moment-to-moment behavior of men and women and have laid down guiding principles for human behavior in the society. It said man is able to respond to deity's behest because he is created a moral agent endowed with conscience and capable of distinguishing between good and evil. It says also in that same chapter, it says society as conceived by Africans is a creation of God and is a moral society. In African communities, there are sanctions recognized as the approved standard of social and religious conduct on the part of individuals in the society and of the community as a whole. A breach of or failure to adhere to the sanctions is sin, and this incurs the displeasure of deity and his functionary. Sin is therefore doing that which is contrary to the will and direction of deity. It includes any immoral behavior, ritual mistakes, any offenses against God or man, breach of covenant, breaking of taboos, and doing anything regarded as abominable, and polluting. We cannot speak of sin in isolation. It has got to be related to God and to man. It says here, also in that same chapter where it says basis postulating sin in African traditional religion. It says Africans have a high sense of morality, and this sense of morality leads to established customs, taboos, rules, and laws which are prominent in many African societies. Such customs and taboos we shall examine more closely presently, but for the time being we want to emphasize that morality is evolved to keep society alive and in peace. Members of a community attempt to do their duties to the society and enjoy certain privileges conferred by the society. Because of the love of the society and the fear of divine punishment that follows wrong deeds, men avoid as much as it is humanly possible vices such as cheating, dishonesty, selfishness, theft, treachery, sorcery, witchcraft, and the like. Nothing is to be done to destroy the equilibrium between groups whose desire is to see that no one plans evil against the other. If there is anything that will work harmless for the community, this is to be avoided, hence to safeguard the welfare of the community and individuals. There are many taboos, rules, and regulations stating that what must be done and what must be avoided. For example, there are rules and regulations related to A. Worship, B. Sex, C. Food, D. Abominable deeds. That was what I just read. Is from Dr. Joseph Omasadi, a related book. Sin and its removal in African traditional religion. Dr. Joseph Omasadi, a related another book. I'm going to refer to now is another book by Dr. John S. Beaver. You know, I'm gonna read what chapter is this? Okay, we're gonna read. I think it's chapter 1. Yeah. We're in chapter 2. Chapter 2. How African religion was founded. It says some of the world religions like Christianity and Islam have founders who started them. Said this is not the case with African religion. It evolved slowly through many centuries as people responded to the situation of their life and reflected upon their experience. Many factors must have played a part in its development. These include the geographical environment, mountains, rivers, deserts, and forests, the change of the sea, and the powers of nature, such as earthquakes, thunderstorms, volcanoes, calamities, epidemics, disease, birth and death, and major historical events like wars, locust invasions, famines, migration, and so on. To these must be added man's reflection on the universe with questions about its origin, the earth and the sky, the problem of evil, suffering, the phenomena of nature, and many other problems. He said religious ideas and practices arose and took shape in the process of man's search for answers to these questions and as ways of making human life safer and better. Said they were influenced by human experience and reflection. No doubt many of the ideas and practices were later abandoned when they were found to be inadequate. But as time went on, these ideas and practices increased in number and spread as the people increased and dispersed. Said many religious ideas and practices sprang up simultaneously in different parts of the continent, while others spread through contact among different societies. For this reason, we find both similarities and differences in African religion all over the continent. Where religious ideas and practices were borrowed or interchanged, each people adapted them to suit its own requirements. Where people spoke related languages, it was easier for some of the religious ideas and concepts to spread among them than where neighboring people spoke entirely different languages. Just as there were no founders of African religion, there have been no reformers, preachers, or missionaries to change it, improve it, or take it overseas or other continents. The change is effective. African religion has sprung up out of the historical change in the lives of the people concerned. For example, where one side society fought and conquered another and ruled it, no doubt the religious life of the conquerors often left its mark on the life of the conquered people. Where a strong king or chief wished to see new ceremonies or sacrifices made, he no doubt made it obligatory for them to be introduced in time of danger such as drought, war, calamity. So religious activity revived in order to meet the needs of the time in such way. Change did not come upon African religion from place to place and from time to time through leading personalities of the nation. The intermingling of peoples and natural necessity. Traditional religion is open to new ideas and it must have assimilated ideas in the course of its long history. And I'm going to read this. In chapter 5, it said the belief in God. It says here, the origin of the belief in God. All African peoples believe in God. They take this belief for granted. It is at the center of African religion. It dominates all its other beliefs. But exactly how this belief in God originated, we do not know. We only know that it is a very ancient belief. In African religion life, there are three possible explanations of its origin. Said people came to believe in God through reflecting on the universe. The belief in God may have arisen from people's reflection concerning the universe. We said in the previous chapter that African people believe the universe to have been created. This presupposes that there was a creator of the universe. The creator is acknowledged to be God. People realized in a very early date that this vast and complex universe must have had an origin. By using their imagination, they reached the conclusion that there must have been someone who originated it, and it is this someone that they came to consider as God. In the same way, people reflect on the enormity and continuity of the earth and the heavens. It seems to them that the universe must have someone who looks after it, keeps it, sustains it. They conclude that the creator of the universe must also be the one who keeps and sustains it. Without him, there could have been no universe, just as without him, the universe would have fallen apart. It became more logical and necessary, therefore, for people to hold a belief in God as the explanation for the origin and continuity of the universe. It probably took a long time before the belief was formulated so clearly, and there must have been many myths and ideas was tried to explain the mystery of the world. Said people realized their own limitations. The second cause for the origin of the belief in God was probably people's realization of their own limitations and weaknesses. Man somehow limited his powers in the knowledge world. This was particularly the case in the face of death, calamity, and the forces of nature, such as thunderstorms, earthquakes, mighty rivers, and great forests, which man could not control or could control only in a very small way. He said this may easily have led people to speculate that there must be someone greater than themselves and greater than the world who had full control over it. This idea made it logical and necessary for man to depend on one who was more powerful than people. Hence, people felt that they needed the help of this one in their experience of limitation and powerlessness. This one came to be regarded as God. If this is one of the possible ways that led to belief in God, again, we have to say that it took a long time before the idea could be shaped into its concrete form as we have it now. Some people may first have thought that there were different powers governing the universe, and only later did they reason out that above those powers there must have been one who was or is God. Others may have imagined that just as in human life there are hierarchies of status and power, like babies, children, older brothers and sisters, parents and grandparents, or political hierarchies with the chief or king at the top. So also there could be a similar hierarchy in the universe at the peak, of which was God. People observe the forces of nature. Said thirdly, the belief in God may have been suggested by the powers of the weather, storms, thunder, and lightning, and the phenomena of day and night together with the expanse of the sky, with the sun, moon, and stars. These heavenly forces, powers, and bodies no doubt drew people's attention from the very beginning. People depended on them for light, warmth, rain, and sun, and so on. They could not help noticing it since the sky is so vast and visible from all over the earth. People's thoughts were therefore drawn toward the sky for more reasons than one. They could not reach the sky, yet they depended so much on what was in it and what happened there, and perhaps beyond it. It is likely that they began to associate the heavens with one whom they eventually called God. It made sense to them to believe that there was a God, that he lived in the heavens above, and that he was responsible for providing them with the things that they are or come from here, there. It is no wonder then that God is so much associated with the sky and the heavens. It is very likely that people came to believe that God existed through such a link between heaven and earth. Man was at the center of the universe, standing on the earth, but looking up to the heavens as well, looking toward the sky. He formed his belief in God, and that belief began to make sense, and it fit into man's continued attempts to understand and explain the visible and the invisible universe, the earthly and heavenly worlds of which man is the center. Ever since African religion has evolved around the belief, let us now see what it says about the working nature of God. The names of God. Every African people has a word for God off the other name, which describes him. Many of the names have meaning, showing us what people think about him. The personal names for God are very ancient, and in many cases, their meanings are no longer known or easily traceable through language analysis. Here are some examples of the names of God. Country, Angola. Kalunge is Zambia. Suku, Burkina Faso. Nay, Angni. Burundi, Imani. Cameroon, Ingeni. Lebuye. Central African Republic. Nzabe, Shub, Mbori. Gabon. Nyami, Nzami. Ghana. Bori Bori, Isim, Mewo, Mewu, Le'emi, Nyami, Enye Capon, Botswana, Modimo, Urizwa, Ethiopia, Arangami, Eximia, Magano, Tisuso, Waka, Yiri, Sise, Ivory Coast, Inyami, Onyan Kopo, King, Akus, Assist, Lungu, Inge, and Staye, Chirobu, Wele, Modimo, Liberia, Yale, Madagascar, Anglo, Anitra, Zanahara, Malawi, Kate, Chabute, Lexe, Malumbe, Uncle Rukuru, Rutisa, Mulungu, and Mozambique. Namibia, Kalunge, Bukuru, Njambi, Karunge, Pembe, Nigeria, Undo, Chukwu, Agembe, Oludumare, Oluran, Osunubue, Osowo, Owo, Soko, Rwanda, Amani, Sierra Leone, Libe, Ikete, Igiwo, Yate, South Africa, Ikosi, Kuzwani, Wani, Odimo, Iwari, Relatiembe, Onkuno, Kulu, Otiso, in the Sudan, Ajak, Bell, Dion, Elo, Ja, Juat, Zon, Kelo, Kwat, Mbori, Mali, Ingoliso, Ingon, Temu, Temu, Kujin, Swaziland, Kulu, Kendi, Tanzania, Ike, Ashanage, Kayale, Kenyami, Malugu, Marungu, Mungu, Ruwe, Uganda, Eju, Ekut, Juk, Katande, Kambube, Ori, Ugabe, Ruhange, Wiri, Zaire, Ekongo, Aribati, Dija Kambe, Kishani, Kumbum, Lisi, Inzambi, Zambia, Chalinge, Chayute, Lisa, Malungu, Inyami, Inzambi, Tila, in Zimbabwe, Akulu, Kulu, Mbali, Iyadige, and that was from Dr. John S. M. Beatty, his book, Introduction to African Religion. And we're going to refer to another one of his books. Okay, we're going to refer to Dr. John S. M. Beatty's book, African Religion and Philosophy, Chapter 3. The concept of time is a key to the understanding and interpretation of African religions and philosophy. Start on page. Okay. A. Potential time, actual time. It said the question of time is of little or no academic concern to African people in their traditional life. For them, time is simply a composition of events which have occurred, those which are taking place now, those which are immediately to occur, what has not taken place or what has no likelihood of an immediate occurrence falling in the category of no time. What is certain to occur or what falls within the rhythm of natural phenomena is in the category of inevitable or potential time. The most significant consequence of this is that, according to traditional concept, time is a two-dimensional phenomenon with a long past, a present, and virtually no future. The linear concept of time in Western thought with an indefinite past, present, and indefinite future is practically foreign to African thinking. The future is virtually absent because the events which lie in it have not taken place. They have not been realized and cannot therefore constitute time. If, however, future events are certain to occur, or if they fall within the inevitable rhythm of nature, they at best constitute only potential time, not actual time. Say what is taking place now, no doubt unfolds the future. But once an event has taken place, it is no longer in the future, but in the present, and what is past, it moves backward rather than forward. And people set their mind not on the future then, but chiefly on what has taken place. This time orientation government is by the two main dimensions of the present and the past. Dominates African understanding of the individual, the community. The community and the universe, which constitute the five ontological categories mentioned above. Time has to be experienced in order to make sense or to become real. A person experiences time partly in his own individual life and partly through the society, which goes back many generations before his own birth. Since what is in the future has not been experienced, it does not make sense. It cannot therefore constitute part of time. And people do not know how to think about it unless, of course, it is something which falls within the rhythm of natural phenomena. See it, sir? Okay. These are analysis of African concept of time illustrated by consideration of verb Tilamanda, Akembe, and Gakuyu Okini. The tense, far, future, or remote future. Akembe, Ngoke, Kikuyu, Ngoke. English, I will come. Approximate time about 2 to 6 months from now. Number 2 is immediate or near future. Akembe, Ngoke, Kikuyu, Ngoke. I will come within the next short while. And 3, indefinite future or indefinite near future. Akembe, Ngoke, Ngoke, Kikuyu, Ngoke, Ngoke. I will come within a foreseeable while. After such and such an event in the process of action. Now, in the last hour or so, present or present progressive. No, I'm going to go ahead and read 10. Okay, number 4, present or present progressive. Number 5, immediate past or immediate present. Number 6, today's past. Number 7, recent past or yesterday's past. Number 8, far past or remote past. And number 9, unspecified tense. The Kakembe, Ngoke, Ngoke, Ngoke. Nanukite, Nanauke. It says that Nini, Hoki, Yuni Nuki, Anuki, Tini Nuki, the Gikuyu, Ngoke, 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 Indiroke, Inoke, Injukiri, Indorikiri, Indokiri, Indokiri. English, I will come, I will come, I will come. I am coming. I came, I have just come. I came, I came, I came, I came. Says here approximate time, about 2 to 6 months from now, within the next short while, within a foreseeable while, after such an event in the process of action now, in the last hour or so, from the time of rising up to about 2 hours ago yesterday, any day before yesterday, no specific time in the past. That's the concept of time. And that's Dr. John S.M.B. African Religion and Philosophy. Says your It says here in African traditional religion in contemporary society. Dr. Jacob K. Opone, and I'm in chapter 5, Flowers in the Garden, the role of women in African religion. Dr. John S. Embiid said, a beautiful picture of women in African society is presented in a proverb from Ghana, which says a woman is a flower in a garden. Her husband is the fence around it. It says, I'm not going to read the whole. It says, prayers take us into the spiritual outdoors. We pray them. They show us, among other things, the inner person and the needs of the heart, such as joy and sorrow, gratitude and disappointment, expectation and anxiety. As the praying person stands naked before spiritual reality, prayers open up a real realm for women to express themselves. So we want to see what women say in prayer, and thereby to get a glimpse into their spiritual life as it may be nourished by African religion, and as it in turn contributes to African religion. Except some of the prayers are specifically women's prayers, the composition and use. Others are common to both men and women. This is Dr. Jacob K. Opone's book in African Religion, a very short introduction. I'm going to read a very small portion of chapter 2, God's ancestors and spirit beings. He said the relationship between the many gods and the supreme God varies from region to region. From people to people, some African cosmogonies envision the supreme God as the highest and most powerful being, prior to everything else in an unknown origin or self-genesis. A remote or absent creator God is a common trope in African creation story. Narratives from Nigeria to Zimbabwe depict an original deity Buddha who observed the creative process rather than participating in it directly, leaving the generation and continued maintenance of the world to lesser divinity. It is common to see such a God as being far removed from human affairs. For this reason, lesser deities are instead regularly petitioned for succor African spirituality, forms, meanings, and expressions. Edited by Dr. Jacob K. Olupune. You want to read something real quick? I'm in chapter 1. Some reflection on African spirituality. We're going to read a small idea for children's screen being not recorded and in the corpus, nor do they constitute a form of teaching that is reserved for special who could possibly be considered in the same light as our own theologian. The initiates come to understand the nature of God with the help of icon, metaphor, mythonymies, and symbols that are represented in the various forms during initiation. God, the reader of human life, thus appears in the image of the hunter. The widespread theme in West Africa is ethnicity, is often skillfully depicted as the elephant and the hippopotamus. traditional religion, West African traditional religion, is a very serious, issue to many people of African ancestry, and should not be taken lightly. African traditional religion, West African traditional religion, must be preserved and not only preserved but promoted. And African traditional religion, West African traditional religion, is here to stay. So accept it. And again, before I end this video, I want to thank all of my fans, my supporters, for your continued encouragement and support. And I'll continue to work on my entertainment, my music interests. And very soon, before the end of October, I will be presenting my music project in the future, very near future. I'll be presenting my other entertainment projects. And again, before I end this video, as I said, as I inform my fans and supporters that I'm in the process of registering with the trap agency. And information about the trap agency can be found on www.mbskmt.com and www.chiraki.com, which is CHIRAQI.com. The Novus Communicators, or do simplistic man, New Comedic Society, Trapanesiatic peoples in the sovereign nation of Cherokee. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, state of Tennessee, in the county of Shelby. And until my next video, I want to wish each and every one of you the very best.